Okay, let's get started. Hey horror freaks, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. If this is the first time here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get a notification every single time that I post a video, and I post every single Friday. As you can see in the title, on today's video I'm going to be giving you my full review with spoilers of Werewolf Within. That is based on a game that of the same name. I have no idea about the game or something. I am not a gamer, so I'm just going to be talking about the movie that came out yesterday, Thursday, but today is Friday and I just watched it today. But this video is coming out Saturday. But here we are now. As always, all my reviews are with spoilers. If you don't want the spoilers, the description box down below, there you will find it, just to see if it's worth it or not. So given that disclaimer, let's get into the video. Now, I want to be completely honest. I didn't want to see this movie. If you have been here for a long time, you probably have heard me say before that I am not really into comedy horror. It's not like the best one for me. I don't really enjoy like stupid things and when they overdo stupidity. So for me, watching people doing stupid things and when they like exaggerating a little bit, it's like no for me. So I didn't really want to watch this movie, but I went because at least look at a little bit interesting by the trailer. So I'm going to say the movie basically starts with a man has a flip phone. I was really impressed. A flip phone on kind of this woods, but it has a lot of snow, and he has the flip phone with one is like ringing, and he has like a marriage ring, and he's like taking him off, and he has the phone, so we could say that he's not precisely being really faithful on his marriage. And while he's on it, you can like hear something, and suddenly he's like dragged from the feet and he gets killed. Well, you don't really see him die, you just assume that he got killed. That's how the movie basically starts. It's quite scary, spooky, if you want to call it, not that comedy yet. And that's when we are introduced to the protagonist, that he's the new forest ranger of Beaverfield, that is the town where everything takes place. Now, I could say that the worst part of the movie are the first half an hour. It's really slow, and it's like the introduction of all the people of the town and like their characteristics and their personalities and that type of stuff. But it's way too stupid, even for me. Like, it's way too stupid. So I could say like the first half hour it's hopeful, really slow, but once like everything catch up, everything like goes, we could say, a little bit faster. Not rush, it's not rushed, but everything goes like way faster and smoothly, so works a little bit better. I was expecting the worst movie ever, but for me it was even better than Escape Room. If you haven't watched that review, I did it yesterday. For me that was trash, but on the movie. Now, basically the movie is about this town that it's been like chased or haunted, if you want to call it, by something on the woods that it's killing, and they're past 30 days from what happened right at the beginning of the man being killed by something, and that is all in one day. Now, once the forest ranger it's on the town and he like meets everybody on it, suddenly like all electricity is gone, and the path to like leave the town it's closed because of snow. So we see that the town, they don't really like each other, and they're not the best neighbors, but they kind of get together onto the same, well, it's like a mini hotel that we have all the characters together, and they found the body of the person that was killed at the beginning right under on it, and a dog was killed, and that person was the husband of the owner of the hotel. So we know he was having like affair. So we could, obviously he was married, but he wasn't really being faithful. They don't give much details about it. We didn't never really know who was the person. So moving forward, they are all like barricaded on the hotel, when one of them he like goes to the hole and he gets attacked, and his hand is bite, like he missed his fingers. And they have a doctor that she wants to like save the forest because they want to do a construction there, so she's like there to save it, and she's a doctor too. and she starts to like investigating the body and like the dog and like the missing fingers, and this is when she comes to the realization that there's a werewolf between them. Now the movie are going to be points because you don't really know who is the werewolf until the very end. Like it really does a good job of making you think it could be this, but wait, could be him, wait, could be her. So on that thing I'm going to give points. Like it really does a good job on not being predictable at all. You don't really know how the heck the movie is going to end and who could be the werewolf or if it's a werewolf at all. So at one point you could say that every single character is suspicious of being a werewolf. That's what the doctor came to the conclusion. So of course they start to like killing each other and going against each other because like I said, they aren't the best neighbors. So at some point, like I said, you think that everyone could be, and even when they're like killing each other and like you could be like, okay, that's no, this one is not because it's dead. It's still, you don't really know who could be the actual werewolf. And it's, maybe you could say the last 15 minutes that we realize who it is, and it's like she is the love interest of the protagonist. And I didn't really saw it coming, really I didn't. So I think that they did a really good job on that. On the makeup of her being a werewolf, it looked a little bit cheaper, but I'm going to pass that. I'm not going to be that harsh on it. I mean, I don't really have to. So basically he kills hers, and like the town, and they don't really say if he's going to leave the town or whatever. She just kills it, and we could say that everything is going back to normal. So the movie, it's 1 hour and 40 minutes. I think that it was the right time to it, because although, like I say, the first half hour is the worst. It's way too slow, way too stupid. But the rest, it doesn't feel rushed, but it goes like a faster pace and it's more enjoyable. Also, the jokes that they do once they are more involved in the plot, they're way better. They even have some good ones. One point that they say you that it's her, it's because one guy says that when he lived in Argentina, they have the belief that the seventh kid was a werewolf and had to be killed. She is the seventh of her brothers and sisters. So at one point he has her from behind with a gun, like it's her. She said that she was the seventh, so it could be her. He was right the whole time, but of course no one heard him. So I really liked the movie for being a comedy horror, which is not something that I really like. I really enjoyed it. Has a really nice soundtrack. Sometimes a little bit cheesy, sometimes abuses of the comedy horror cliches of like sometimes like doing something over exaggerating, being too serious or trying to be too scary, and then like trying to do like the jump scare or something like fun to like make you like, and then like, oh, okay, nothing's happening. So at that you can see it coming sometimes, but when it comes to the plot, not predictable. Like I said, some characters are more likable than others. I think that really most depends on how do you perceive characters. In my personal opinion, I don't really like stupid characters. I don't really get that good, and I don't have a good relationship with being stupid. So that's why I don't really like comedy horror. I know that that's the whole point of it, so I don't really enjoy it, but I still try my best, right? So this movie, it's definitely worth watching it. I suggest you to. I would give it a 3 out of 5 and a 6 out of 10. It's not the best out there, but it's not that bad. Seriously, for me, Escape Room was way worse. Trust me, it was way worse. So that's really all I have to say about this. I don't really have much to say, but let me know in the comments, do you watch it? Do you plan on it? Maybe now that you know about it. Have you ever played the game? I have no idea how true can be to the game because I have never played it. I am not a gamer. I have zero knowledge about it, so of course I'm not going to be here saying things that I am not really like. I have the knowledge. If I don't, I do not talk about it. Seriously, that's not my field. So if you know about it, more than welcome to tell me. And this is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Bye.